Okay, you should have written your story in Google Drive, and now you're ready to illustrate it in Keynote on the computer. So, you're going to launch Keynote. When you go into Keynote, you're going to want to choose just one of the themes from the top row here. You don't need one of the other more interesting themes because you're not going to see the background of each slide. You're going to fill the slides with your own pictures. It is important that you change the slide size, however, and you make sure you choose 1680 by 1050. That will fill the screen. Now, once you choose this big slide size, it's going to be difficult for you to see the entire slide all at once. So while you're working on it, you can zoom out by going to the lower left corner where it says 100%, change it to 75 or even 50% if you want. Okay, that way you can see the entire slide while you're working. Okay, now you're going to start with your title slide. So it says double click to edit, double click to edit. I can start with a title for my story. And I'm calling this story The Time I Fought a Shark. So I'm going to type that in there. And the next line, the subtitle, should be your name or your names. Okay, doesn't look that interesting the way it is, so I want to add a background to it. For the title slide, you could just add a solid background if you want. So to do that, I'm going to go up to the shapes. I'm going to grab a rectangle, and I'm going to drag it up to the corner. I'm going to make that rectangle fill the whole slide. Okay, does kind of look like a little bit like a water pattern, but I've covered up my text. So next, I want to send it to the back. If I go up to the Arrange menu, that's where I can change the order of the items on my slide. I can send it backwards one layer at a time, or I can just send it all the way to the back. Okay, if I want to change the color of it, I can go up to where it says Fill, and I can change the color there. I can choose a solid color if I want. If I click once on the text box, I can change the text color over here on the left side. Maybe start with something like that. I could always go back and change it later. To add a new slide, I'm going to click on the plus button in the upper left corner. Now in the next slide, I want to add a big background picture. I'm going to take a look at what my first text slide says. I went on vacation with my family to Wisconsin Dells last summer. I could highlight that text. I can choose Edit Copy. It's telling me in order to copy, I want to hit Command C. So I'm going to click Command C. I'm not even going to paste it into a text box with the bullet points. I'm going to delete that box. I'm going to delete that box. Then I'm going to paste. There we go. Okay, so now the text is really small right now. I can change the size right now, or I can come back and do that later. I'm going to change the size right now, make it really big, easy to see on the slideshow. And then I'm going to go to Safari,